Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. And let's take a look at the men's contest today. The Midland men come in 1-2 overall, 0-1 in the conference. They're coached by Tyler Irwin, while the Defender men are 6-1 overall, 1-0 in the conference, coming off of a win over the Mount Marty Lancers. For the Midland Warriors, their win this season was over York to open play back on Reformation Day, 86-61. The Warriors, 78-78, dead even in terms of points per game and points per game allowed, 47-45, shooting percentage advantage, rebounds per game, 38-35. Three-point percentage, 36 for the Warriors, 39 for opponents. Turnovers per game, dead even at 13-13. Derek Merwick leads the Warriors with a 21.7 points per game average. Jake Orr's at 10.5. Dominic Hum, 9. And Jake Rushoff is at 8. For the Defender men, their loss is to Viterbo. That was back on November 11 by an 81-80 margin 1 week ago today. Dordt has scored at least 81 points in all 7 games this season and more than 88 4 times. The Defenders outscore teams 92-72, outshoot teams 51-42 percentage-wise from the field. Dead even 37-37 for rebounds. They convert 37% of their three-pointers and allow opponents to make 29. Turnovers, Dordt commits 11, opponents commit 19. Lucas Lorenzen leads the Defenders with a 20.1 points per game average. Bryce Kopic is at 19.1. Jake Hargens has lifted his average to 11.9 points per game. Luke Rankin is at 9.3. Connor Milliken 8.7. Ben Fairclough 7.1. And Jackson Lusher 6.4. The Defenders beat Midland in their most recent meeting, 102-64, back on January 21 of 2023. They converted 61% of their field goals, did the Defenders, behind Cade Bleeker's 20 points and 6 rebounds. And Midland was led by Jake Orr with 14 points. Dordt beat Mount Marty in their most recent outing, 92-74. Lucas Lorenzen, 26. Bryce Kopic, 21. For the Midland Warriors, they lost to Briar Cliff by a final of 98-90. Midland was up 66-60 at one point, had the game tied 79-all. Midland gave up 5 points in a row to trail 87-81, and the Warriors were never closer than 2 possessions the rest of the game. Derek Merwick had 38 points. Here's the starting lineup for the Dordt Defenders. They will start Luke Rankin. Rankin is a 5'10 junior from Grimes, Iowa. He's averaging 9.3 points per game. Bryce Kopic is a 5'11 senior from Hayward, Iowa, averaging 19.1 points per game. Number 3 will be Lucas Lorenzen, a 6'4 sophomore from Milford, averaging 20.1 points per contest. Jake Hargens is at 11.9 points per game. He is a 6'3 freshman from Greenville, Iowa. And Ben Fairclough rounds out the starting unit for the Dordt Defenders, 7.1 points per game for the 6'8 junior from Perth, Australia. For the Midland Warriors, they will start number 0, Derek Merwick, a 6-foot junior from Elkhorn, Nebraska, averaging 21.7 points per game. Number 3 is Braden Thompson, averaging 7.7 points per game. He's a 6'8 junior from Houghton, Louisiana. Number 5 is Jake Rushoff, a 6'2 senior from Omaha, averaging 8 points per game. Number 10 is Colton Ewing, a 6'6 junior from Elkhorn, Nebraska, averaging 5.7 points per game. And Dominic Hum is a 6-foot sophomore from Omaha, averaging 9 points per contest. There you have the starting lineups for both teams, for the Dordt Defenders and for the Midland Warriors. So the Defender women getting a win earlier today by 40 points. That final ended up 88-48. Northwestern and Concordia are now underway. That began at 5 o'clock, and that should be at or near halftime. And want to double check that score. Also hoping to get some word. I'm anticipating an email letting us know when and where the Defenders will be playing their next playoff football game. Concordia and Northwestern women's basketball tipped off at 5 o'clock, waiting patiently for that scoreboard to update. And as soon as it does, I'll let you know. Ball tapped and controlled by Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Rankin picks it up. He walks into the front court. He's got it on the right-hand side. Luke with the basketball, looking for the pick and roll. Gets it outside to Hargens. Hargens, 3, short, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Midland. Midland with the basketball. This is Dominic Hum. Hum down to the baseline, cut off by Kopic. Hum tries to get into the lane, scoops it up with the right hand, no good. A rebound controlled by Rankin. Rankin left-hand side to Lorenzen. Lorenzen with it on the wing. Ball fake right, drives left, cut off. Now he's trying to back his way down against Jake Rushoff. Short shot by by Lorenzen is up and good, and the Dordt defenders lead it 2-0. Well, I'm afraid that Presto might be having trouble with the stats again, so we will see if we can track down a score on Northwestern and Concordia. We'll go to their live stats. Midland basketball driving in right-hand side. Throw it into the corner for the lead. Shot no good. Rebound controlled by the Dordt defenders. Dordt with the basketball. Kopic comes back over to Fairclough. Fairclough puts it on the deck, passes it off. Right side of Lorenzen, fading away from three. Money. Lucas Lorenzen with 5, and the Dordt lead is 5-0. 5-0 our score. Well, over in Orange City at halftime, Concordia leads Northwestern 35-29. With the basketball, this is Rushoff. Rushoff comes back right side. They throw it down into the paint. Thompson backing his way in against Fairclough. With it, Rushoff shot no good. Loose basketball, 5 to shoot. Puts it up with the right hand, shot no good, and the fight for the basketball, and it's wrestled away, and Braden Thompson wins the wrestling match that time. It's 5-2. Jake Hargan's on the back end, and he is fouled. So Hargan's able to get over the top, and Jake will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And a timeout on the floor charged to the Midland Warriors. 1 minute and 59 seconds into the ball game. Midland wants a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Five to 2, defenders with a 3-point lead. Jake Hargan shooting free throws when we resume play. The defenders in front in this one early on, just underway, and Midland burns a timeout. So something evidently that Coach Tyler Irwin saw that he didn't exactly appreciate. So he calls a timeout, tucks things over with his crew and sends them back out onto the floor. First free throw by Hargan's no good. Second one is good for the freshman. Makes it 6-2 defenders. So the defenders with the lead. Midland with the basketball. Trying to back his way in is Derek Merwick. Merwick coming off that big performance on Wednesday. Braden Thompson driving the lane, and we've got the ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It'll be Midland basketball. So Thompson with 4 points already. Braden Thompson, 6'8". He could be a matchup issue. Big, strong fella. 6-4 our score. Dordt on the defensive end now. Left-hand side, the pass comes over to Hum. Right side to Thompson. Thompson loses it. Dordt doubling down on it. Kick out pass. 3 on the way. Rushoff, good. Jake Rushoff with the 3, and the Dordt defenders trail 7-6. Rankin with the basketball out front, working it in. And Luke Rankin will drive in with the left hand. Kicks it into the corner. Kopic, 3-ball, good. Bryce Kopic with the 3. Dordt leads 9-7. 9-7 our score. Merwick up the floor. He's got it on the left-hand side. Again, he scored 38 against Briarcliff. Pass right side, 3 from the corner. Missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by Lorenzen. Lorenzen over to Rankin. Rankin up the floor, trying to lead Lorenzen and led him a little bit too far into the corner. Out of bounds, last touched by Dordt, it'll be Midland basketball. So that was just a 2 by Bryce Kopic earlier. I thought it was a 3, but just a 2 from the left baseline. And the Midland Warriors bring it up Merwick. Merwick in between the circles. Briarcliff had a player who went for 45 in that game on Wednesday night, trying to back his way in. This will be Braden Thompson. Thompson against Hargens. Dordt brings help defense. And the shot, no good. And the rebound is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. Last touch by Midland. It'll be Dordt basketball. Well, this is the type of matchup that when you look at it at the beginning of the year, you say this could be an issue because the defenders, not a true physical post player on defense. Ben Fairclough, more or less a 4, a stretch post player. He prefers the perimeter action. Pass goes down low. Merwick with the steal and layup on the other end, and Midland leads at 9-8. 9-8 our score. Pass underneath to Hargens. Hargens with the left hand, and he is fouled. Brandon Thompson whistled for the personal foul. Jake Hargens finishes. He's fouled on the play. He'll go to the free throw line for a 3-point play opportunity. 10-9, defenders by a point. Jake Hargens will shoot for the 3-point play opportunity. Ty Van Essen is in. Ben Fairclough is out. Lucas Lorenzen is out. And Shane Hogsma is in. 10-9, defenders by a point. Jake Hargens trying to extend it to a 2-point lead. He's got 3 points pending a free throw. This one's up and good. So Jake Hargens makes the free throw for a 3-point play opportunity. Lusher is in and Hargens is out. Dordt leads 11-9. Dordt led early on in this one by 5. And now it's a 2-point lead for the defenders after the old-fashioned 3-point play. Merwick with the basketball, guarded by Lusher. Pull up from 15, no good. Rebound taken away by Lusher. Lusher over to Kopic. Kopic into the front court. Bryce with it at the top of the key. Bryce dribbling in, puts it high off the glass, good. Bryce Kopic with the 2-point bucket, wanted the foul as well, didn't get it. 13-9 our score. Merwick with the basketball. They throw it down for Thompson. Thompson against Hogsma. Hogsma is going to try to hold his ground. Cross-court pass taken away by Milliken. Milliken with the basketball. Ahead to Lusher. Lusher the trailer. Kopic. Kopic stops. Right side into the corner. Van Essen. Van Essen triple in and out. No good. Rebound Hogsma. Back over to Van Essen. Van Essen double team. Back outside it goes Milliken. Might have traveled with it. Throws it into the corner. And we've got a foul on the play called on Midland. Foul called on Dominic Hum. That's number 1 on him. Dordt leading 13-9 with the basketball. Got a couple of open looks that time, just unable to finish. Hogsma to throw it in. They curl it in to Kopic, and he lost it out of bounds. On the move, Bryce unable to hang on to it. Too hot to handle. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It'll be Midland basketball. So the Midland Warriors will have the basketball back. And the Warriors setting up. They have it left-hand side, Ewing. Ewing goes back over. This is Ryan Larson, and we've got a foul on the play called on the Dordt defenders. That's going to go on Milliken. Connor whistled for his first personal. 14:50 left to play in the first half. And free throws on the way for Dominic Hum. So they say he was in the act of shooting. So Dordt leading 13-9. Hum free throw good. He's got another one coming. Dominic Hum this season, 9 points per game average. And a second free throw on the way. This one's up and that one rolls in as well. The rim's friendly for Dominic Hum so far tonight. A couple of free throws that were high and softly went on off of the iron. Kopic goes over to Hogsma. Hogsma to Milliken. Milliken with it left side. Van Essen. Van Essen to Lusher. Lusher shoved in the back as he tries to get it. Now into the paint. His hook shot good. Jackson Lusher with a 2-point basket makes it 15-11. Still a 4-point lead for the defenders. Merwick with it, guarded there by Hogsma. They throw it left side. Larson. Larson underneath, and the short shot no good. There for the rebound is Van Essen. Outlets over to Milliken. Milliken with the basketball. Connor up the floor, goes right side Lush. Lusher with it. Back out front it comes. Vanessen, and Vanessen has the pass over to Kopic, tapped away by Derek Merwick, and it will be Dordt basketball. So the defenders with the lead and the basketball. And Midland on defense. Rankin dumps it off for Vanessen. Vanessen layup good. Ty Vanessen with a 2-point bucket. Dordt leads 17 to 11. 17-11 our score. Merwick in the paint, and he's going to be called for a charge. Charging foul, Sean Johnston. Well, we don't have the officials that I was planning on seeing today either. Dave Aggie makes that call. Dave was not on my list. Probably football creating some issues. Might have had some assignments. Pass deflected and last touched by the Midland Warriors. It'll be Dordt basketball. Pass left side, Lorenzen to Vanessen. Vanessen underneath intended for Milliken. Tapped away, 15 to shoot. And the Dordt defenders will set up the offense once again. And throwing it in is Rankin. Rankin gets it into Lorenzen deep in the corner. Lorenzen puts it up, drew some contact, no call made. Pretty physical underneath the basket right now. With the basketball out front is Ewing. Ewing goes over to Roselle. Roselle back to Merwick. Merwick cut off there by Lorenzen. 20 to shoot. Midland basketball, Roselle against Lusher. Roselle boxed up, and we've got a jump ball called, alternating possession. It'll be Midland basketball with 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock. So the 12 seconds on the shot clock. Midland with plenty of time. Don't really get concerned until it's under 5. Midland basketball, they get it outside to Larson. Larson backs it up. Now they're at 5. With it on the left-hand side, this is Hum. Hum working his way in. And the shot clock, we've got a shot clock expiring. And Dominic Hum can't believe it. And I thought it was pretty clear that he was still in his offensive move before he got the shot up. So be it, 17-11, Dordt leading by 6. Luke Rankin with the basketball up the floor. Rankin passes over to Vanessen. Vanessen with it, back over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen 3, good. Lucas Lorenzen with 8 points. Dordt leads 20-11. Dordt right now on a 5-0 run. 5-0 with the run for the defenders, leading 20-11. Pass comes out front, Merwick. Merwick 3, missed it, no good. Rebound controlled by Lusher. Lusher with the basketball, hands it back over to Rankin. Rankin up the floor with his hair on fire. Left side it goes. Lorenzen thought it was good out of the hand. He missed it though. Long rebound controlled by Midland. Midland with it, and a blocking foul called on Luke Rankin. That's foul number 1 on him. There are times where I think that block call is a little bit by guess and by golly. It's about a 50-50 proposition no matter where it occurs. And sometimes you've just got to take into account that in all likelihood Rankin was not in defensive position there. And from what I have seen, you're probably going to see a few more blocks called this year. Shot by Larson, no good. Rebound Rankin. Rankin up the sideline. Luke into the front court. Rankin feeds the trailer Fairclaw into the corner. Milliken in a hurry. 3, good. Connor Milliken with the 3, and another timeout on the floor for the Midland Warriors. Dordt extending the lead to 12. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
This broadcast also brought to you by Vision Realty. We are polished, experienced, and professional, offering excellence every step of the way. We are the vision you can trust.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing.
The Defenders with a 23-11 lead. Right now the Defenders in the midst of a 10-0 run. And here come the Midland Warriors. Derek Merwick with it on the left-hand side. Merwick with the basketball, gives it up to Larson, and we've got a hand check called on the Defenders. That's going to go on Lucas Lorenzen. Lorenzen whistled for his first personal. And the Defenders, that's team foul number 3 in this half. So we'll keep an eye on that. Neither team near the bonus at this point. And Midland gets the ball inbounded to Merwick. Merwick has it on the left-hand side. Merwick throws it down low with a basketball. This is Larson. Larson fires it back outside. Rushoff, throw it down low. Ball deflected and picked up by Midland and Braden Thompson. Goes back outside. Ryan Larson. Larson, long three. Good. Larson with the three, and the Defenders lead 23-14. Dordt with a basketball. They pass left side. Rankin to Fairclaw, answering with a three, no, and a foul called on the rebound. That's going to go on Lucas, and Lucas Lorenzen has just picked up his second personal foul. Well, that's going to change the complexion of the rest of the half. We might see Lucas again. We'll see how the next few minutes play out. So you're going to have Lusher and Hargens on the floor together. Your ability to stretch the floor and stretch the defense right now will be a little bit hindered from where it has been. So Dordt's going to have to figure out how to do this without one of their leading three-point threats on the floor for a little while at least. Derek Merwick with the basketball. He passes it to Thompson. Thompson working his way in against Fairclaw. Fairclaw trying to hold his ground, and Thompson just lowers the shoulder, goes hard to the hoop, and finishes 23-16. Pass underneath to Hargens. Hargens with the basketball. Back to Milliken. Milliken into the paint. Back to Hargens. Hargens flips it up with the left hand. No good. Tried to draw some contact. Unable to finish. Here comes Midland. Midland with the basketball. Midland driving in with the right hand. Jake Rushoff. Rushoff with 5. And Midland has answered the run by Dordt with a run of their own. They've cut the lead down to 5 after Dordt led by 12. 7 unanswered by the Warriors. Lusher comes back right side to Hargens. Hargens with it. Hargens back to Rankin. Rankin on the elbow. And they're going to say Luke Rankin shuffled his feet. And that'll give the basketball back to the Warriors. So Midland gets the basketball back. 23-18 our score. Defenders by 5, but Midland putting together a little run here. Pass goes left side, 3 on the way, and the run continues. Ryan Larson with 6. And the Defenders lead 23-21. Bryce Kopic in the lane. His shot no good. Rebound controlled by Midland. Midland with the basketball on the left-hand side. This is Rushoff. Rushoff in between the circles. Rushoff goes back over to Larson. Larson on the pull-up. His shot no good. Rebound tapped and controlled by Braden Thompson. Thompson with a putback. He's got 8. And we are tied 23-23 with 9:32 remaining in the first half. Midland on a 12-0 run. Timeout Dordt. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction. Rob Suin, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
And brought to you by Huber's Plumbing and Heating. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Orange City will exceed your expectations.
As we resume play, we'll join up with KIHK in just a little bit. That ended up being a 30-second timeout rather than a full-length timeout. Rankin with the basketball. He passes right side over to Lusher. Lusher with it. Lusher spins. Nothing there. Cut off. Comes back over to Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Gives it back over to Kopic. Kopic down to the baseline. Kopic back over to Fairclaw. Into the corner. Kopic. 7 to shoot for the defenders. Kopic 3. Missed it. No good. And the rebound is controlled by Thompson. As we resume play, Dordt misses the shot on one end, and now Thompson gives it off to Merwick. Merwick back around the horn they go. Left side pass to Cooper. Jack Cooper back to Ryan Larson. Larson to Merwick. Merwick in between the circles out front. Merwick puts it on the deck. His pull up over the top of Fairclaw, shot no good. Rebound Fairclaw. Fairclaw back over to Rankin. Rankin up the floor. Luke with it underneath to Hargens. Hargens layup good. Jake Hargens with the 2-point bucket. He's got 6, and the defender lead is 25-23. 25-23 defenders. And a foul called on the other end. That's going to go against Midland away from the basketball. It's going to go on Jack Cooper. That's number 1 on him. And team foul number 5 against the Midland Warriors. Dordt with a 25-23 lead after they were up 23-11. Midland went on a 12-0 run. 8:19 and counting first half. Dordt with the basketball. Luke Rankin looking, rolls it to Jake Hargens. Hargens into the paint. Hargens back over to Fairclaw. Fairclaw 3, too strong, no good, and the rebound is taken away by Braden Thompson. Thompson over the outlet pass. He gives it up to Merwick. Merwick across the half-court stripe. Merwick picks up his dribble on the wing. They come back outside. They throw it into the paint to Thompson. Thompson back to the basket. Working against Fairclaw. Throws it back outside Merwick. Merwick into the paint. Now Thompson. Thompson hook shot in the lane. Shot no good. And the rebound controlled by the defenders. Here comes Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Rankin back over to Kopic. Kopic shakes right. Goes left. Knocked to the floor, no call made. Rebound taken by Midland. Midland with the basketball, Merwick. Merwick with the ball, goes right side for the lead. 3, good. Jake Rushoff with 8, and the Dordt defenders trail. Back the other way, Jake Hargens with a 2-point bucket. Jake Hargens with 8, and the defenders retake the lead, 27-26. So the defenders back in front with 7:10 remaining in the half. Left side pass, this is Rushoff. Rushoff to Thompson. Thompson out front. Larson. Larson to Merwick. Merwick puts it on the deck. Merwick on the dribble. Lays it up with the left hand. Good. Derek Merwick with 4 points, and the defenders trail 28-27. Rankin off balance pass. Unable to finish in the paint was Fairclaw. Here comes Midland. Midland with the basketball after the no-look pass by Rankin that Fairclaw was unable to finish with. Midland basketball, 3 on the way, is up, no good. Rebound controlled by Rankin. Baseball pass too long, out of bounds. Last touched by the defenders. It'll be Midland basketball. So Rankin launches that one well out of bounds. So the Midland Warriors, after Dordt had the lead, came back with a run of their own. Took the lead and have it right now, 28-27. 28-27 our score. Midland will walk it up the floor. This is Merwick. Derek Merwick with it. Merwick passes left side. Hum with the basketball, and Hum a 3. Beg your pardon, Merwick with the 3. He's got 7. Defenders trail 31-27. Well, the defenders have to find a way to counter right now. Vanessen with the basketball, right side of Lorenzen. Lorenzen off the dribble. Lorenzen with the basketball. Nothing there, cut off. They really collapse hard as he put the ball on the floor. They got a foot in the paint. Lusher into the lane. His short shot, no good. Rebound controlled by Merwick. Merwick with the basketball. He drives it up the right-hand side. Merwick down to the block. Merwick, shot is no good. Right, and taken down by Roselle. Roselle's putback is good. Jeffrey Roselle with a 2-point bucket, and the lead has grown to 6 for Midland. 33-27. Dort's got to stop the bleeding here. Vanessen with the basketball. Vanessen left side to Lusher. Lusher into the paint. Lusher, short shot, good. Jackson Lusher with a 2-point bucket. He's got 4 with the right hand. 33-29. Defenders down by 4. 3 on the way from the wing. No good. And Roselle's going to be called for a push underneath. Roselle, a freshman from Gretna, Iowa, commits the personal foul. (33-29). Defenders by 4, down by 4. 4:57 and counting. With the basketball is Kopic. Bryce with the basketball in between the circles. He goes to Vanessen. Vanessen to Lusher. Dordt down 4. Bounce pass inside to Lorenzen. Lorenzen spins onto the block. Nothing there. Back to Vanessen. 10 to shoot. Lusher spins into the lane himself. Comes back with the right hand. Count the hoop, and he is fouled. Jackson Lusher with a 2-point bucket. He'll go to the free throw line to try and complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. (33-31), defenders down 2. That foul was charged to Roselle. That's number 2 on him. I'm not sure I like that trade, though. Roselle gets 2 fouls, and then you bring Braden Thompson, who's just a man, off of the bench. Free throw no good. And loose basketball. Midland with the basketball, bringing it back the other way. And we have a reach-in foul called on Ty Vanessen. Ty whistled for the personal foul, trying to help out on the double team with Braden Thompson. Thompson, a 33% free throw shooter. They say there were no foul shots, though. So that's team foul number 5 against the defenders. Thompson with it. He'll work it in against Lusher, trying to bully his way to the hoop again. Kick out pass, 3 on the way is up and good. Dominic Hum with a 2-point bucket. Dordt forced to double team. Midland countering with the kick out pass. Dordt trails by 5, 36-31. Vanessen, right side it goes. Milliken driving in with the right hand. His shot good. Count the hoop, and he is fouled. Connor Milliken with the 2-point basket and an opportunity at the 3-point play. 36-33, defenders trailing. And Connor Milliken will shoot. Sporting the bright pink shoes tonight, Connor Milliken. 36-33, 3:59 left to go in the half. Defenders trailing by 3, trying to scrape back into it after Midland put together a run to take control. Dordt trailing 36-34. Midland has the basketball. This is Derek Merwick across the timeline. Merwick with the basketball on the right elbow, guarded there by Lusher. Gives it up to Thompson. Braden Thompson with a 2-point bucket. He's got 10 in the first half. Dordt trails 38-34. This reminds me of the Waldorf game where the Waldorf post player just dominated, ended up with plus 20. Milliken fouled on the play. Foul goes on Braden Thompson. That's number 2 on him. So Braden Thompson will check out of the ball game. Checking in for Midland will be Jack Cooper. Jackson Lusher checking out. So Connor Milliken to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. Milliken has 6 points thus far. 38-34, defenders down by 4. And Milliken's first free throw earns the bonus. He's got 6 points. Second free throw on the way, trying to make it a 2-point ball game again. 38-35 pending the second free throw. And the second free throw on the way for Milliken. A little short, no good, but there for the rebound on the offensive end is Vanessen. Vanessen, hook shot in the lane, good. Ty Vanessen with a 2-point bucket on the putback of the missed shot. And the defenders back to within a point at 38-37, 3:20 remaining in the first half. Dordt needs some defensive stops, and Jake Hargens is going to be called for a foul on the drive with the right hand by Merwick. Merwick used the basket to shield. Foul called on Hargens. That's number 1 on him. Derek Merwick will go to the free throw line. 65% free throw shooter. He'll shoot a pair here as he was fouled in the act of shooting. Free throw on the way by Merwick is up and good. Merwick now with 8. And a second free throw on the way for the 6-foot junior from Elkhorn, Nebraska. Second free throw is up and good, so he makes it 40-37. Merwick with 9, and the defenders lead at 40-37. The defenders trail at 40-37. Van Essen with the basketball, comes back over to Kopic. Kopic to Rankin. Rankin splits the defense, throws it to Milliken, short corner. Van Essen to Kopic. They've been able to limit Kopic today. 3 on the way by Van Essen. Good. It danced on the rim and fell through. Ty Van Essen with 7, and we're tied 40-40. 2:48 left to play in the half. So the defenders coming back from a 6-point deficit after Midland had a 12-0 run to tie it. And a blocking foul called on Ty Van Essen. Van Essen whistled for the block. It's foul number 2 on him, and Coach Brian Van Haften asking for an explanation. So free throws on the way for Jack Cooper. And Cooper to shoot 2. First free throw is up, beg your pardon, a 1-and-1, so no shot on that one. Dordt lead tied 40-40 with the basketball. Connor Milliken. Milliken with it. Milliken passes over to Hargens. Hargens with the basketball. Now that time Van Essen tried to put the ball on the floor, and he had the defensive player had 2 hands on him. That's supposed to be an automatic foul. With the basketball is Kopic. Kopic off balance. His shot no good. Fight for the rebound. Gets it back off of the glass. No good, but a foul on the play, and Bryce will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. I have tried very much to not voice opinions on officials much this year, but we just saw Ty Van Essen at the top of the key. The defensive player had 2 hands on him. That is supposed to be an automatic foul. You're allowed 1. You can't have 2. Now, if that's going to be allowed, you have a pretty good advantage as a defensive player where you want to steer that offensive player to go. Bryce Kopic to the free throw line, makes the first one. He's got another one. 6 points for Kopic. Second free throw for Bryce, up and down. Dordt leads 42-40. Let's see if the defenders are able to fight through and get to halftime with an advantage. 2:08 remaining in the first half. With the basketball out front, Merwick. Merwick throws it right corner. Merwick with it, gives it up. Might have been a travel, no call made. Steal by Milliken. Milliken crosses over. Milliken drives in, off balance shot, good. Connor Milliken, he's tough guard, 44-40. Used to the physical play. And it gives Dordt a 4-point lead at the moment, 44-40. Left side pass goes over to Merwick. Merwick, underneath it goes. This is Cooper. Cooper with a 2. Dordt leading 44-42. Milliken with it. Comes back over to Kopic. Kopic drives in, and he's bumped offline. Foul on the play. And that will go on Jack Cooper. That's number 2 on him, and Bryce Kopic will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Well, now you see both teams with mounting foul issues. Won't call them trouble yet, but you have issues. Bryce Kopic to the free throw line to shoot 2. For Midland, Jack Cooper has 2. Jeffrey Roselle has 2. Braden Thompson has 2. For the defenders, Lucas Lorenzen has 2, and they bring Braden Thompson back with 2 personals. That's a risky move. We'll see how it pans out for Tyler Irwin and the Midland coaching staff. Second free throw by Kopic, up and down. He makes them both. Well, at some point, your players probably got to learn to play with fouls. So we will see what Braden Thompson does here. Dordt leading 46-42. Midland basketball. They throw it into Thompson immediately, guarded there by Fairclough. Thompson trying to work his way into the paint and puts it up. Shot no good. Rebound controlled by Thompson. Thompson off the glass, no good. And Ben Fairclough comes away with it. Fairclough with the basketball up to Rankin. Dordt with a chance to extend the lead under a minute to go in the half. Right side it goes Kopic. Kopic with it. Shakes left, goes right into the paint. Spin move, off balance shot, good. He is so strong. He's like a running back when he gets going downhill. 48-42, defenders by 6. And Midland basketball, Merwick. Merwick guarded there by Rankin. Gives it up left-hand side. This is Rushoff. Rushoff cashes in the 3. Rushoff with 11. Dordt in front, 48-45 as Midland cuts the lead in half. Shot clock and game clock, less than 2-second difference. Kopic looks over to the bench. 19 seconds, now 18. Kopic with it across half court. 15 seconds now, dribbling it out. Jake Rushoff, you want to take the final shot if you can here. 8 to shoot. And Bryce Kopic buries the pull-up jumper from 15, 50-45. Here comes Midland. Midland spot up 3 at the horn, in and out, no good. That one was halfway down and popped out, and the Dordt defenders take a 5-point lead into the locker room, 50-45. 50-45 our score at the break. Let's take a 3-minute break. Let's take a 3-minute break on KIHK and just a 1-minute break on the Dordt Media Network. Back with more right after this.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
Thanks to these Dordt Media Network sponsors, Ski Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether building or replacing, we have the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski Bout and see the difference. Ski Bout Window and Door.
Thanks to M&H True Value. Behind every project is a true value. Start right, start here. M&H True Value.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. Right now, the dance team on the floor. And we will recap the first half in just a little bit. Got a lot of action to fill you in on as the Dordt defenders leading 50-45 at the half. We're going to step out. You can just listen and watch as the Dordt defender dance team performs. $50-45 our score at the break. Let's recap the first half of action. The defenders led big early, stretched the lead up to 23-11, and then Midland went on a 12-0 run to tie it at 23-all. Back and forth it went. Midland actually expanded the lead up to 33-27 before the defenders could get rolling. Trailed 36-31 did Dordt. Made a 3 to get to within 2, 36-34, eventually tied at 40-40, and closed the half on a 10-5 run from that point forward. and they lead at 50-45 at the break. The defenders are led by Bryce Kopix, 12 points in the first half in 16 minutes of play, while the Midland Warriors, Jake Rushoff, has tossed in 11 points. Both teams shooting it well from the floor. Dordt 61%, Midland 49% from the deck so far in this one. Let's take another 3-minute break, and we'll be back with a rundown of all the numbers in the first half of play right after this 3-minute timeout.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a player or coach, or a fan of the university. Now, these players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has: a game plan. And if these players and coaches are willing to put this much effort into a game, how much more important is a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, and we keep ourselves plenty busy. And even if we have precious free time, most of us don't want to spend it wrangling over financial decisions, reading financial journals, or studying the latest tax legislation. But if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, Money Concepts, the planning firm here in Sioux Center, has been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things in life more important than finances. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule an intro meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your finances on all the things in life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into the relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
The Dordt Defenders with a 50-45 halftime lead in this Great Plains Athletic Conference men's basketball contest. Well, I do know where the Defender football team is going to be playing, but I have been sworn to secrecy. I do anticipate a large crowd being able to attend the contest, but you never know. Obviously, the two spots that we've talked about, Des Moines and Orange City, and Des Moines not that far from Pella, and so you've got a lot of fans that can attend there. Orange City not that far up the road either, but we'll see. I hate to do this to you, but I can't spit it out, but it'll be within an hour or so that we'll know. The Dordt Defenders with a 50-45 win and a lead in men's basketball at halftime. The Defenders 17 of 35 from the floor, 49%. 7 of 14 on three-pointers was Midland, and 4 of 5 on free throws. For the Dordt defenders, 19 of 31 from the floor, 61%. 4 of 10 from the three-point line, 40%. And 8 of 11 from the free throw line for 73%. Dordt with a 18-17 rebounding edge. Didn't feel like it, to be honest with you. Turnovers, Dordt with 6 turnovers. Midland had 5. Individually for the defenders, Bryce Kopic with 12 points to lead the defenders. Lucas Lorenzen and Jake Hargens with 8 points apiece. Connor Milliken with 9, 6 for Jackson Lusher, and 7 for Ty Van Essen. For the Midland Warriors, 11 for Jake Rushoff, 10 for Thompson, 9 for Merwick, 6 for Larson, 5 for Hum, 2 each for Roselle and Cooper. Thompson with 10 rebounds in the first half. 10 of the 17 rebounds for Midland from Braden Thompson. For the Dordt defenders, 8 rebounds. Ben Fairclough with 4 rebounds. Jackson Lusher with 3. Luke Rankin also with 3, and he had 4 assists. And Bryce Kopic had 2 assists, 2 steals as well for Connor Milliken. While the Dordt defenders with a 50-45 lead at halftime in men's basketball. Women's basketball earlier today. The defenders with an 88-48 win in women's play. Concordia and Northwestern. Let's check and see where that one stands. And it looks like Concordia is going to win that one. Less than 30 seconds to go, and Concordia with an 8-point lead at the Bultman Center in Orange City. They'll be starting that men's contest in a little bit there as well. Earlier today, football play, the Dordt defenders, 35-7 winners over the Ottawa Braves. The defenders got 4 touchdowns from Brendan Piper, 110 yards rushing on 20 carries. Colson Cruz, 12 carries for 86 yards. Preston McCoy, 4 carries, 65 yards. Nick Wellen, 9 carries for 64 yards. As the defenders pounded out 350 yards on the ground. For the Ottawa Braves, they gave Dordt everything they wanted. Had a 7-0 lead after a long touchdown run by Winton Ruth, a 73-yard touchdown run. He was limited to 61 yards the rest of the game on 15 carries. The defenders actually did a pretty nice job defensively after that big play. The defenders advance on in playoff action. They'll play on Saturday. We can't announce where yet. The defenders will be on the road. We knew that, and that will be this Saturday, Thanksgiving Saturday, as part of the 16-team field. Hockey team, a lopsided winner earlier today as well. Women's basketball, Dordt defeated Midland 88-48. Dakota Wesleyan over Hastings 91-45. Doane over Jamestown 79-73. Morningside over Mount Marty 103-59. Men's basketball, Hastings over Dakota Wesleyan 74-73. And Jamestown an 89-78 winner over the Doane Tigers. And Morningside was up big on Mount Marty. I don't think I ever got the final on that one. And that was a 22-point game with 15 minutes remaining. And we haven't gotten a final yet. There do appear to be some, well, now the website updating. 100-71 the final. Morningside a winner over Mount Marty today in Sioux City. Let's take another 2-minute break, just a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the second half of play from the DeWitt Gym in Sioux Center, Iowa in 2 minutes.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Beaver Eye Care, serving Sioux Center and the surrounding communities for over 30 years. Come see Dr. Paul Beaver, Dr. Dan Klausing, or Dr. Reese Beaver for all your comprehensive eye care needs. This broadcast also brought to you by Vision Realty. We are polished, experienced, and professional, offering excellence every step of the way. We are the vision you can trust.
Here we live between big city and small town, but we don't do anything halfway. We play in a community that's safe for families while providing our kids big city opportunities. We work in a place proud of its rural history that's already writing its future in science and technology. This is a place where we love our neighbors and where a small town is more like a big family. Sioux Center. Live life in the middle of everything.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Joyner and Zvort Dentistry, providing the latest in dental technology in a warm, comfortable, and relaxing environment. And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing.
Thanks to Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Don't have to hold you in suspense any longer. It is public. The Dordt Defenders will be at Northwestern next Saturday with as they take on the defending national champions. That'll be, we don't know the start time yet on that. The other matchups, Dickinson State goes to Grandview. St. Thomas and Kaiser got paired up. They're in Florida. Looks like travel is probably the primary driver on some of these things. Baker of Kansas goes to Georgetown, Kentucky. St. Xavier is at Marion, Indiana. Morningside goes on the road to face Indiana Wesleyan. That's going to be a challenging matchup. Evangel is at Bethel, Tennessee. And the College of Idaho goes to Montana Western. And they did have to shuffle things up just a little bit to make it all happen. But Dordt is at Northwestern in second round football playoff championship action next Saturday. And I would imagine it's going to be a noon start time, but that is not official yet. We'll wait for official word. I believe Northwestern gets to determine when that game will start on Saturday of next week. Bryce Kopic posting up his shot, no good, over the top of Dominic Hum, and back comes Midland. Midland with a basketball. This is Derek Merwick. Merwick throws it right side over to Hum. Hum with it on the right wing. Hum goes back over to Merwick. Merwick on the left side. Merwick back out front to Hum. Hum puts it on the deck against Hargens. Puts it high off the glass, no good. Rebound taken away by Ben Fairclough. Fairclough with the basketball over to Kopic. Kopic with it. Let's see how long some of these Midland players can go without picking up a third foul. They dump it down into Fairclough. Fairclough lost it as he tried to back his way in, and Midland has the basketball. Midland with it. Jake Rushoff. Rushoff picks up his dribble. And losing the basketball out of bounds was Colton Ewing. Ewing, 6'6" junior from Elkhorn, Nebraska. Everything but the finish for Ewing, and the Dordt defenders lead at 50-45. They've got the basketball back, both teams committing turnovers on their first possessions of the second half. Rankin with the basketball. Rankin gives it up to Fairclough. Fairclough, Lorenzen missed it short, no good, and the rebound taken away. Here comes Midland up the floor with it on the left-hand side. Rushoff back out front to Hum. Hum with it. Hum goes right side, Merwick. Merwick on the wing. Merwick comes back left side. Gets the pass back over to Colton Ewing. Ewing with the basketball. Ewing back to Merwick. Merwick dumps it down to Thompson. Thompson going in against Fairclough. Left-handed hook shot is good for Braden Thompson. Thompson with 10. Dordt leads 50-47. Dordt countering. Shot no good, but a foul on the play called on Colton Ewing, and he can't believe it. Ben Fairclough will go to the free throw line to shoot two. (50-47). Ben Fairclough shooting a free throw. Fairclough averaging 7.1 points per game. He is yet to score today. He's got two free throws coming, does the junior from Perth, Australia. And the first one is short, skips out, no good. Another one on the way for Fairclough. Fairclough trying to extend the lead back to 4. Dordt's led by as many as 12 today. Midland by as many as 6. Second free throw by Ben, up and good. 51-47, Dordt by 4. So Fairclough makes one of two. Bringing the basketball back the other way is Merwick. Merwick across the timeline. Derek Merwick throws it right elbow. Thompson. Thompson's going to work his way in against Fairclough. Puts it up, short shot, no good. Gets his own rebound back. Short shot again, no good. This time Fairclough clears the rebound. Gets it over to Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Rankin up the floor. Rankin comes back right side. Ben, three. Get in there. 3-point bucket for Ben Fairclough. He's got 4, and the defenders lead 54-47. Needed that. Got to stretch the floor, otherwise Midland will continue to put a foot in the paint every time Dordt puts the ball on the deck, and they'll have help defense. Shot in the paint, no good. Ball's down on the floor, picked up by Thompson. Thompson's pass, cross court, tipped by Hargens, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hargens. Thought maybe Rushoff had a glance off of his side of his head. It did not. It'll be Midland basketball deep in the corner. They'll inbound down near the end of the Midland bench. They throw it in to Thompson. Thompson with the basketball. Thompson to Merwick. Merwick with it. Throw it down low for Thompson again. Thompson, and we've got a push called on Ben Fairclough. That's going to be number 1 on Ben. 17:20 remaining. Well, for Ben, he's got to take the approach. He's got 5 to use, and he's used 1 of them up here because that's going to be a physical second half with Braden Thompson. He's got the advantage physically. Big, strong guy. Pass goes down low. Shot in the paint, off of the glass, and banking it in is Colton Ewing. Ewing with the 2. Dordt leads 54-49. Kopic comes back left side over to Fairclough. Fairclough gives it up to Hargens. Hargens to Ben. Ben Fairclough with the basketball. Right side, Lorenzen puts it on the deck, double teamed. He's got Hargens open on the wing. Drives in with the right hand. Finishes softly off of the glass. 10 points for Lucas Lorenzen. 56-49. Defenders leading by 7. Got to string some stops together if you're the defenders as well. Merwick guarded there by Rankin. Comes back right side. They throw it down for Thompson. Thompson's going to go to work against Fairclough. Dordt tries to double him. And we've got a travel violation called on Braden Thompson. Thompson whistled for the travel. The Midland bench does not agree. Cam Shucknick on the Midland bench. He has been around for a long time. Remember him back in his Nebraska Wesleyan days. I believe he was the head coach there for a period of time. 56-49, Dordt by 7. Driving in is Rankin. Rankin unable to finish. Maybe got guided to the sideline by Merwick. Looked like he had a hand on his hip as he went airborne. Pass goes right side. Hum 3, short, no good. Rebound taken away by Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Luke stops on the right side. Back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen, short shot in the lane, good. Lucas Lorenzen with 12. Dordt leads 58-49. Dordt trying to extend the lead. They've got a 9-point advantage right now. They've led by as many as 12. Merwick passes, left corner. 3 on the way, up and good. Spot up 3 for Colton Ewing. And it's back to a 6-point game, 58-52. So Ewing knocks down the triple. He's got 5. Kopic, pull-up jumper, left elbow, good. Bryce Kopic with 15. And the defenders lead 60-52. 15:28 remaining. Merwick with it on the wing. Merwick passes right side. Rushoff. Rushoff throws it into the corner. Ewing with the basketball. Ewing to Hum. Hum back to Ewing. Ewing driving in. Lost his footing. Picked up by the defenders. Pass comes back over to Rankin. Middle of the floor. And Rankin's going to be called for a carry. So a carry called against Luke Rankin. Dordt with an 8-point lead, 60-52. 15:06 remaining in the contest. Dordt with a 8-point lead. So Midland has the basketball. Bringing it up is Merwick. Merwick held in check so far today. 9 points after that 38-point outburst on Wednesday night. They throw it into Roselle. Roselle might have traveled with it. Shot short, good. Roselle on the left-hand side, his second field goal today, first of the second half. He's got 4. Dordt's lead is 60-54. Tyven Essen to Milliken. Milliken with the basketball. Spin move. Comes back over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen Tough shot in traffic, no good, and a foul called on the play against Jackson Lusher on the rebound. Well, Lusher went up for the rebound, got his money's worth on the foul call. 60-54 defenders. 14:25 remaining, ball game. Dordt by 6. Midland with the basketball, Merwick. Merwick will walk it up. And Merwick sets the offense. He passes left side Larson, and we've got a foul called on the defenders. That's a hold. Connor Milliken has just picked up his second personal on the drive. So all of the women's games are in the books. Everything's final now. Midland inbound the basketball. And they throw it into the corner. With it is Rushoff. Throw it down low, Roselle. Roselle working against Lusher. Roselle, pack, right side, 3, missed it, no good. Rebound, Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball. Lucas brings the ball up the floor, hesitates against Roselle. And Lucas Lorenzen trying to back his way in. Fires it, and nobody home. Split the difference right between Kopic and Lusher. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Midland basketball back. 60-54, defenders by 6, Midland basketball. Colton Ewing passes it to Derek Merwick. Merwick on the left-hand side with it. Merwick thinks about the 3. He'll put it up and cashes it in. Derek Merwick with a dozen, and the lead cut in half, 60-57. With it on the right-hand side, Kopic on the wing. Goes back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen looking left. Lorenzen with the basketball, under 20 to shoot. Lucas into the corner, Lusher. Lusher backing his way in, fires it back outside Milliken. Milliken 3, good. Connor Milliken with a dozen. Dordt leads 63-57. A 6-point advantage for the defenders. Milliken answers with a triple of his own. Connor Milliken now with a dozen. He's the third player in double figures for the defenders. Pass comes off to Ryan Larson. Larson gives it up. 3, missed, no good by Jake Rushoff. Here comes Dordt in transition, under 13 to go. Left side it goes Kopic. Kopic back to Lorenzen, sets, fires 3, good. Lucas Lorenzen with the 3. He's got 15, and the defenders extend the lead to 9, 66-57. 66-57, defenders by 9. Timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Get ready to power up your projects with equipment rentals from Rental. From heavy-duty machinery to the latest power tools, they've got the gear to make your project a success. Visit them online at rental.com or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast is brought to you by NewTek. At NewTek, they don't just sell equipment, they deliver performance, reliability, and innovation. Their team of experts is there to guide you every step of the way, ensuring you find the perfect equipment for your needs.
As we resume play, Midland with the basketball after the timeout. They use their third timeout of the ball game. Kick out pass, 3 on the way by Roselle, and the Dordt defenders with a chance to extend the lead, leading by 9. Rankin back over to Lorenzen, steps in, his 3, good. When he gets cooking, look out. 69-57, Dordt by a dozen. 12-13 and counting, ball game. Dordt by a dozen. Let's see if Midland resorts back to the bully ball and throw it down low to Thompson and let him go to work. They do. Vanesson trying to hold his ground. And a charging foul called on Thompson. Braden Thompson whistled for the personal. That's his 3rd. Now the Midland point guard, Derek Merwick, he is saying what I thought was tie inside the charge circle. He's really close. Now they did start well outside, and he backed his way in, and The defenders with a basketball, leading by a dozen. They get it to Lorenzen. Hot hand, heat check, no good. Rebound controlled by Merwick. Merwick with basketball. Merwick up the floor. Merwick with it at the top of the key, goes to Thompson. Braden Thompson lost it. It's down on the floor, picked up by the Warriors, and coming up with it is Roselle. Roselle with a cheapie underneath. Dordt with the basketball. Luke Rankin with it. Dordt by 10, 69-59. Moments ago, they were up by a dozen, and Milliken is knocked down on the play. He'll go to the free throw line. Helped to his feet by Jeffrey Roselle. So Rushoff whistled for the personal foul. That's number 1 on him. This Midland roster, I just simply didn't have time this week to look at, the turnover from last year, but I don't remember a lot of these guys. No, the memory does get blurry, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty certain that Thompson is a transfer. He's got a community college listed as his last school. Allen Community College. Dordt leading by 11. Second free throw up and good by Milliken. So Connor Milliken with a couple of made free throws. Connor now with 14, and the defenders lead 71-59. Dordt by a dozen. Midland basketballs they need to try and chip away. Now they did it quickly in the first half. Let's see if Dordt learned anything from that run. Thompson with the basketball working against Vanessa, and he's going to put it on the floor. Works his way in. Dordt double teams him. Misses the shot. Rebound cleared by Vanessa. Vanessa over to Rankin. Dordt with a chance to extend the lead. Pass goes underneath. Rankin gets the kick out pass. Pull up. Missed it. No good. Rebound. Lusher had it for a moment, and it's taken back by Midland. Ball tipped and taken back by Hargens. Hargens, the defensive back, if you will, coming away with it. Hargens goes left side. Rankin unable to knock down the triple. Would have popped the roof off. Now still Midland with the basketball. Merwick missed it. Gets his own rebound back. Lays it up good. Merwick with the 2. It's a 14-point night for him. Dordt leading by 10, 71-61. Connor Milliken with the basketball back over to Lusher. Lusher, Rankin with the basketball. Rankin down to the block, and finger roll left hand good. Luke Rankin with his first 2 points tonight. Dordt leads 73-61. 12-point advantage as we approach the midpoint of the second half. Midland, a team that's averaging 78 points per game. Dordt averaging 92. Right now, Dordt on pace for theirs. Midland a little bit ahead of what I would assume would be their pace. The pass goes in. Thompson, short shot good. Braden Thompson, he's got a dozen. 14 now. And the defender lead is 10, 73-63. Lusher over the basketball. Lusher, Vanessa triple, rattles out, no good. Halfway down and pops out. 9:29 left to go in the game. Midland has the basketball. This is Merwick. Merwick hesitates. He goes right side to Roselle. Roselle with it. Roselle down to the block. Give it up. Thompson. And we've got a travel violation called on Braden Thompson. So Braden Thompson (73-63), 9:11 left to go in the contest. Midland Warriors with the on defense as Luke Rankin will walk it up the floor. That was a pretty tough sequence for Rankin. He hit the floor pretty hard trying to dive for a steal. Rankin comes over to Lusher. Lusher hands it back to Kopic. Bryce with the basketball. Bryce has it poked away momentarily. 12 to shoot for the defenders. Lusher working his way in. Lusher trying to work to that right-hand hook shot. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Fairclaw, that one was off the heel of the hand. Didn't come off cleanly, and Jake Hargens is going to be called for a foul on the missed shot as he reaches in on the rebound. That's going to be number 2 on Jake Hargens. 4 fouls on the defenders as a team. 3 on the Midland Warriors. Neither team close to the bonus yet. 73-63, defenders by double digits, but Midland trying to mount a rally. They've trailed by as many as 12, 13 at one point in the first half. Trailed by 12 here in the second half. Down to the block is Hum. Hum underneath, and Hum just takes it hard to the basket. Bryce Kopic unable to stop him, 73-65. Rankin with the basketball. Luke has it on the right-hand side. Rankin dribbling it out. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Throws it to Fairclough at the top of the key. Ben comes back left side to Kopic. Kopic with the basketball against Hum. Now to Fairclough at the top of the key. Right side pass. Rankin uses the dribble into the paint. Left-handed runner hangs on the rim and falls through. Luke Rankin with 4 points, and the defender lead back to 10, 75-65. 75-65, Merwick throws it down low. Cooper against Lusher, and his shot no good. Rebound Fairclough. Here comes Dordt with a chance to extend the lead again. They've led by as many as 12 in the second half. Rankin with it on the elbow, comes back to Kopic, Lusher with it. 20 on the shot clock, 7:30 on the game clock. Comes over to Rankin down to the baseline, comes back to Jackson. Jackson puts it on the deck, lost it, still has it. Hook shot, can't get it to go. Thought he was going to work it to the position that he likes it, but that one kicks off the heel. Now a 3 in transition, good for Midland. Reese Kissinger with the 3-point bucket. Dordt leads 75-68. Dort's going to use a timeout with 7:05 left to go in the contest. Dordt uses their second timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more from the DeWitt in 1 minute.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Grain House in Hull. They have amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and more. With a big city feel, located only 10 minutes away in Sioux Center, they have a second location opening next year in Sanborn. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast is brought to you by New Tech. They're your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, ag, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with New Tech. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Looking for top-notch rental equipment? Look no further than Rental in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928.
You're listening to KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Dordt basketball leading by 7 with the ball. 75-68, 7:03 left to play in regulation. The Warriors withstanding the run by Dordt. Dordt unable to extend the lead beyond 10. And it's a 7-point ball game now. Hargan's in the paint, and his shot is blocked by Roselle. Rebound taken away by Midland. Midland with the basketball. This is Merwick. Merwick at the top of the key, guarded by Rankin. Angles off to the left-hand side, throws it underneath for Roselle. Roselle shot in the paint. Rebound tipped out, and it's controlled by Midland. Midland with the basketball. Midland throws right side. This is Kissinger. Kissinger trying to lean in. Now a floater from 10, and it drops in for the Warriors and Jack Cooper. It's a 5-point ball game. 75-70 defenders trying to fight off the rally by Midland. They've scored 5 in a row. Hargan's 3, missed it, no good, but there for the rebound, and the putback attempt is Kopic. Kopic's shot not good, and the rebound is controlled by Midland. Midland with the basketball, Hum driving in with the right hand, good. Dordt in trouble. Defenders lead 75-72, need to do something to stop the bleeding. Lorenzen, 3, missed it, no good. And the run might continue for Midland. Midland right now on a 7-0 run, 75-72. Hum into the lane, and we've got a reach-in foul called on Bryce Kopic. So Midland weathering the storm by the defenders, and now with an opportunity to cut the lead down to 1. Just when it looked like Dordt was possibly going to get a little breathing room. And free throws on the way for Hum. Hum, a 100% free throw shooter coming into the game, and he still is. He's 3 for 3 today, 6 for 6 for the ball game. Defenders have to find a way to respond here. They led 75-65. Midland right now 8-0 run, and another one on the way for Hum. This one's up and good as well, so Hum makes them both. He has 10, and the defender lead is 75-74. Been a rough 3-minute stretch here for the defenders. Driving in is Hargens. Hargens goes right side Fairclough, back to Hargens. Hargens to Kopic. Kopic with it. Kopic off the ball screen from Fairclough. And Bryce will force one up. His shot no good, and the defenders' offense right now stagnating a little bit. Hum driving in. His shot no good, and the rebound controlled by Kopic. Kopic up and running. Kopic over to Hargens. Hargens tries to finish, and he's fouled on the play. He'll go to the free throw line. The defenders out in transition. Just not quite able to finish. But Hargens will go to the free throw line. Jake Hargens, couple of free throws coming. He's got 8 points so far. 75-74, 5:06 remaining, so we're not quite to white knuckle time, but we're getting there. First free throw by Jake is up and good. Another one on the way. 9 points now. (76-74). And a second free throw on the way for Hargens, trying to extend it back to 3, and he rattles it, no good. 76-74. 9 for Hargens. Dordt leading by a deuce. Into the front court is Merwick. Merwick on the right-hand side. Merwick out beyond the three-point arc, looking, goes right side. They throw it down low for Thompson, guarded there by Kopic. Reversal, nearly thrown away, picked up by Rushoff. Rushoff down to the block. Hum driving in. Hum hands it off. Thompson blocked by Fairclough. 2 on the shot clock. Short shot in the lane, no good. And the rebound cleared by Fairclough. So Ben Fairclough, the man underneath the hoop that time, he comes up with a defensive stand. And here come the Dordt defenders with the basketball. Connor Milliken throws it into Fairclough. Ben with the basketball. Fairclough back to Milliken. Milliken shakes right, goes left, out of the double team now. He's going to drive in, and we've got a foul on the play. So a foul called on the play, and it won't be free throws yet. That's going to go on Ewing. That's number 3 on him. 76-74, the defenders by 2. Dordt inbounding, Rankin to throw it in. And the defenders now will inbound on the sideline instead. I thought they were going to be under the under the basket. Comes back over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen Fairclough shovels it back to Kopic. 3 on the way. Milliken in and out, no good. Rebound taken away by Thompson. Braden Thompson clears it for Midland. 4 minutes remaining in regulation. Midland with the basketball. Merwick. Merwick setting things up on the left-hand side. Merwick on the floor with it, might have carried it and nearly throws it away and tipped out of bounds by Milliken. I'm thinking back to when Luke Rankin got called for a carry. Merwick that time had the ball, had the hand on the side of the ball, but able to manipulate it, and losing it out of bounds is Colton Ewing. Ewing lost it on the way up. And the officials electing not to call what could have been a foul underneath. And now a timeout on the floor. Timeout charge to the Midland Warriors. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Grain House in Hull. They have amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and more. With a big city feel, located only 10 minutes away in Sioux Center, they have a second location opening next year in Sanborn. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
Well, fatigue beginning to be a factor here, just flat out tired seems some of the players, and I saw Bryce Kopic on an offensive rebound. He didn't have much left in the tank to try and go up with it moments ago. Midland Warriors, there have been some situations where you think they're going to get an easy bucket. And now the Dordt defenders with a 76-74 lead and an opportunity to take a two-possession lead with 3:40 left to go in the game. With the basketball on the left-hand side is Rankin. Rankin locked up out front. Merwick able to keep him close, and Luke Rankin gives it another go, and Luke Rankin with 6 second-half points. The defenders lead 78-74. The defenders now looking for another stop. They go to Thompson. Thompson guarded by Vanessen. Ball poked away. Ball's down on the floor and picked up by Milliken. Heads up play by the freshman. Passes it back over to Lorenzen, and it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the defenders. And how about Connor Milliken sticking his nose in there? Braden Thompson was playing games with it, and Milliken knocks it away. And Ty Vanessen dives on top of it. Dordt with a transition opportunity, unable to finish, but now they got the basketball back. Left side it goes Kopic. Kopic with it. Kopic on the left elbow, backs it out. Comes back over to Milliken. Milliken back, it goes Kopic. Kopic into the lane. Kick out pass. Vanessen, three ball, too strong, no good. And the rebound controlled by Midland. Midland with the basketball. Midland up the floor in transition. They'll stop. Merwick with it. 2:54 left to go in the game. Merwick with the basketball. Dordt by 4. Pass goes into Thompson. Thompson with the basketball against Lorenzen, and a foul on the play, and Lucas Lorenzen commits the foul, his third. Now, that is not a bad foul if you look at the numbers this year. Thompson, 3 of 9 so far from the free throw line this season. So we'll see what he does here with 2 free throw opportunities. 14 for Thompson today, and that one nearly banks in. I don't think it's a bad strategy to foul him rather than give up an easy 2. 78-74 our score. Another free throw on the way for Thompson. Thompson, that one up. Shot no good. Rebound taken away by Vanessen. Vanessen with the basketball. So Dordt with fouls to give in this situation as well. If Thompson gets the ball down low, we'll see if they remember the scouting report. 2:30 left to go in the game. Dordt with a 4-point lead and a chance to extend it. Right side it goes to Lorenzen. And Lorenzen is held on the play. That time it's going to go on Ewing. That's number 4 on Ewing. And Lucas will not shoot free throws. That's foul number 6 on the Midland Warriors in this half. So it'll be bonus time from here on out. And the defenders inbounding the basketball. Throwing it in will be Milliken. Connor Milliken to throw it. And he gets it into Lorenzen. 19 to shoot for the defenders. Lucas on the sideline. Drives in traffic. Shot no good, and Thompson held his ground. Braden Thompson came out with it. Lorenzen was trying to draw the foul. Merwick with it on the right-hand side. Merwick into the paint, lost it. It's picked up by Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. It's a jailbreak. 4-on-3. Rankin to the trailer, Kopic. Kopic with the basketball, and Kopic has held on the play, and that's going to be it for Colton Ewing. Ewing fouls out of the ball game. Bryce Kopic will go to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. And let's see if Bryce can get the adrenaline slowed down, get the heart rate down a little bit before he shoots the 1-and-1. Bryce, 15 points, just 2 in the second half. It's been held in check for the most part. Where have the points come from in the second half, you ask? Well, Lucas Lorenzen has 10 in the second half, 18 for the ball game. Free throw by Bryce, up and down. Front end of the 1-and-1. He's got another one on the way. Luke Rankin also with 6 points. Really balanced scoring in the second half. You've got Lorenzen with his 10, and then Rankin with 6. Bryce with 3 right now in the second half. Ben Fairclough with 4. And Connor Milliken with 5. Been a relatively low-scoring second half. Dordt leading 79-74. Dordt had 50 at halftime. Second free throw is up and good, and Dordt extends the lead to 80-74. Good to see the defenders playing this type of game, though. Bryce Kopic with 4 points in the second half, 17 for the ball game, and we've got a timeout on the floor charged to Midland. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Hi, my name is Samantha Wilbur.
Hi, my name is Philip Shippey.
Hey, my name is Eli Levtinsky from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
I am from Primgar, Iowa.
I'm from Sioux Center, Iowa.
Shout out to my family back home and my girlfriend for just supporting me throughout my college experience. It really means a lot.
My favorite part about working for this is making these promos and stuff that you see during commercial breaks.
And you're watching the Dordt Media Network.
And you're watching the Dordt Media Network.
Thanks for watching the Dordt Media Network.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Dordt defenders one stop away from putting themselves in a pretty good position here. Obviously some work to do with 1:58 left to go in the game, but leading by 6, 80-74. Need a defensive stop. Let's see if they can get one here. Midland so far, 47% from the floor, 44% in the second half, 12 of 27. Defenders have been limited to 36% shooting from the floor in the second half. They're at 49.2% in the contest. Now we have the shot clock getting reset to 27. Dave Aggie coming over, talking with Tyler Irwin. It appears everybody's okay. Dominic Hum throws the ball into the corner. Midland basketball, Merwick. Merwick with it on the wing, guarded by Rankin. Merwick spins, Fairclaw cuts him off, ball poked free. Ball's down on the floor, picked up now. Midland with it, Dordt scrambling on defense. Shot is short, no good. Rebound taken away by Kopic. Kopic with the basketball. Kopic in the backcourt, gets it away to Lucas. Lucas ahead to Milliken. Milliken at the defender logo. Gives it back over to Kopic, and there's your defensive stop. 90 seconds left to go in the game. Dordt leading 80-74. Dordt trying to grit their teeth and get through a conference battle, and you become numb to it after a while. There's nothing easy. Fairclaw comes back over to Kopic. Kopic with it. Kopic, 17-footer, whisper it through Bryce Kopic. Oh, big bucket. Pull up, 82-74, defenders by 8. 1 minute remaining. Merwick gives it up to Hum. Hum underneath Thompson. Thompson laying good. Braden Thompson with a 2-point bucket. Dordt couldn't get him fouled in time, so he gets the 2-point basket, 82-76. 1:02 remaining in regulation. Timeout, Midland. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products, caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Here we live between big city and small town, but we don't do anything halfway. We play in a community that's safe for families while providing our kids big city opportunities. We work in a place proud of its rural history that's already writing its future in science and technology. This is a place where we love our neighbors and where a small town is more like a big family. Sioux Center, live life in the middle of everything.
A reminder that today's pregame and postgame shows brought to you by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. The defenders will be inbounding the basketball. Throwing it in is Rankin. Rankin gets it into Lorenzen. Lorenzen in the backcourt. Back over to Rankin. Rankin will dribble it up the floor. Back over to Luke Rankin. To Lorenzen. And Lorenzen is fouled in the backcourt by Derek Merwick. And Lucas Lorenzen will take the long, lonely walk to the other end of the floor, and he'll shoot a 1-and-1. Need these. I am the master of stating the obvious. Lucas Lorenzen to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. 56.5 seconds remaining. Dordt by 6. Free throw by Lorenzen up and through. 73% free throw shooter coming into the game. 19 points for him, averaging 20.1 points per contest, closing in on his average. Dordt's got a couple of players who can get buckets. Lorenzen, one of them. Bryce Kopic, the other. We saw Bryce moments ago knock down a big shot for his 17th and 18th points. Lorenzen makes both free throws. Dordt by 8. 54 seconds remaining. Merwick trying to back in. Rankin, shot no good. Rebound Thompson. Thompson hook shot in the lane, good. Braden Thompson with another 2. 84-78, defenders by 6. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute. Connor Milliken inbounding the basketball. Dordt by 6. They get it into Kopic. Kopic with the basketball up the floor. Bryce with the basketball on the jailbreak. Drops it off for Ty Vanessen. Vanessen back over to Milliken. They hand it back to Bryce Kopic, and Kopic will shoot free throws. Just how you draw it up. Get the ball back to one of your leading free throw shooters. Bryce Kopic, an 83% free throw shooter. He's got 18 points so far today, does Bryce Kopic. The defenders trying to close this one out. Go up 3 possessions here with a made free throw. 36.8 seconds remaining. You miss it, you leave the door open. Bryce Kopic makes the free throw. He's got another one on the way, 85-78. Second free throw coming. The defenders trying to extend it back to 8-point ball game. And Bryce Kopic takes his time. Second free throw is up, and that one's good as well. So Bryce Kopic makes them both. Kopic with 8 points. Pass goes out front. Derek Merwick. Merwick with it in the corner. Fakes the pass. Puts up the 3. Missed it. No good. Rebound taken away by Rankin, and Rankin is fouled on the play, and Dordt's going to come away with a win tonight. 86-78. They lead right now. 2 free throws on the way for Luke Rankin. Hope I didn't speak too soon, but it certainly feels like the defenders the inside track on this one. 3 possession lead, 23.3 seconds remaining. And Luke Rankin will go to the free throw line. So Rankin, free throw, up, down. Can make it a 10-point ball game here, and if he does that, it's a 4-possession ball game minimum. And you feel pretty good about your chances there. Second free throw by Rankin is up and good. 8 second-half points for Luke. And the defenders lead it 88-78, and that should do it. 20 seconds remaining. Merwick misses the lay-in. Rebound taken away by Rankin. He wrestles it away from the opponent. Dordt's going to walk it up the floor, and the defenders will win it. Midland will concede. 7 seconds, now 6. And that's how it'll end. Dordt 88, Midland 78. Dordt closes with a 13-4 run to seal it, 88-78. The defenders improved to 7-1, 2-0 in the conference. Midland falls to 1-3 and 0-2. That is going to do it for the play-by-play portion of our broadcast. We will be back with the Wireless World post-game show right after this on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in 2 minutes.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Hi, my name is Lynn Marie Tremolian.
My name is Tyler Vanderwoon.
Hi, my name is Noah Zylstra. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
I'm from Pella, Iowa.
And I'm from Springfield, Kentucky.
One of my favorite things about the Dordt Media Network is being able to go to various Dordt sporting events throughout the year.
My favorite part of the Dordt Media Network is being able to produce a quality live stream for people to watch at home.
Thanks for watching the Dordt Media Network.
And you're watching Dordt Media Network.
Thanks for watching the Dordt Media Network.
You're listening to KIHK and the Dordt Media Network, and this post-game show brought to you by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. 88-78 our final. The defenders come away with a victory. The defenders in control most of the way, and there were some moments where Midland made charges back at the defenders in the first half. Dordt had a double-digit lead. They were up 23-11. Midland came back to tie it, eventually led 33-27, but the defenders tied it at 40, led 50-45 at the break. The defenders gradually pushed the lead up to a dozen, 71-59, and again 73-61. But Midland again rallied, getting to within 1 at 75-74, but from there the defenders able to outscore Midland 13-4, and they win it by a final of 88-78. The defenders, the numbers look like this as we close things out on the Wireless World post-game show. Let's take a look at those numbers. The Midland Warriors today, 31 of 68 from the floor, 46%, 10 for 24 from the three-point line, 42%, 6 of 9 from the free throw line, 67%. Midland Warriors out-rebounded Dordt 41-33. That was an issue. Turnovers, though, Midland commits 14, Dordt commits 9. The defenders, 30 of 60 from the floor, 50%, 8 for 24 on threes, 33%, 20 of 25 from the free throw line for 80% for the defenders. Dordt was led in scoring today by Bryce Kopic and Lucas Lorenzen with 20 points each. Connor Milliken had 14, 8 for Luke Rankin, 9 for Jake Hargens, 4 for Ben Fairclaw, 6 for Jackson Lusher, and 7 for Ty Vanessen for their total of 88 points. The defenders led by Ben Fairclaw's 8 rebounds, 6 rebounds for Luke Rankin, 5 rebounds for Bryce Kopic, 6 assists for Luke Rankin as well. For rebounds for Ty Vaness and 3 for Jackson Lusher. For the Midland Warriors, they were topped today by Thompson. That's Braden Thompson with 18. 14 for Merwick, 11 each for Rushoff and Hum. 5 for Ewing, 6 for Larson, 6 for Roselle, 3 for Kissinger, and 4 for Cooper. Thompson also with 17 rebounds, and Merwick had 6 assists to go with 7 rebounds. So the point guard for Midland ends up stuffing the stat sheet as well. The Dordt defenders improved to 7-1 this season, 2-0 in the conference. Midland falls to 1-3 and 0-2. The Dordt defenders with an 88-78 win. Let's take a look at the other scores from around the league. In men's play, Hastings, who nips Dakota Wesleyan 74-73. Jamestown, an 89-78 winner over Doane. Morningside over Mount Marty, 100-71. Concordia and Northwestern playing right now. Northwestern leads Concordia. 3 minutes left to go in the half, 34-32. Women's play. Dordt, an 88-48 winner over Midland today. Dakota Wesleyan over Hastings, 91-45. Doane over Jamestown, 79-73. Morningside, 103-59 over the Mount Marty Lancers. And Concordia defeats Northwestern 77-69. Last night in women's play, it was Dakota Wesleyan over Doane, 97-58. Jamestown over Hastings, 75-73. Men's play, Dakota Wesleyan over Doane, 64-46. And Hastings over Jamestown, 92-76 last night in men's play. So the conference standings, let's see. Briar Cliff did not play. Dordt goes to 2-0 in women's play. Concordia beat Northwestern today. They go to 2-0. Northwestern drops to 1-1. Dakota Wesleyan is now 2-0. They got a pair of wins over the weekend. Hastings goes to 0-2. Jamestown women, it looks like what the Jamestown women do, they split. They went 1-1. The Doane Tigers, they lost, and then they won today, so they split. Morningside won. They go to 1-1. Midland is now 0-2. Mount Marty is 0-2, and the College of St. Mary did not play. Coach Brian Van Haften will take a seat beside me, and we will wrap up today's play as the Dordt defenders victorious. 88-78, hard-fought win for the defenders today. And, Coach, it was good to see your team had to play some physical basketball in the second half and not quite as freewheeling in terms of scoring, 38 points. Midland played some pretty good defense, and good to see your team scratch out a win in that type of ball game today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was a great game today. I thought Midland played really well. Their point guard has really added to their team and is doing a really nice job. Jake Rushoff, hit the fifth-year guy, made a lot of shots, and thought their big guy had a good game today. I see he got 7-0 boards, 17 points. I mean, he's a factor out there for sure. And so they've added a couple of guys there that have really made this team better. And yeah, proud of our guys hanging in there. We got 75-74 and then did a really nice job of getting ourselves back and, just executed down the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Seems like, if I remember correctly, there was a timeout called in that neighborhood when they put together the run. Did you have to change anything up from a strategy standpoint? Is it a reminder? I mean, settle down? What is it?
Just a reminder. Just a reminder to play this baby out the way we want to, and play with a little confidence, and just an encouragement kind of deal for us. And so yeah, that's really what we're doing. We're just trying to encourage them in that moment, and get things straight with exactly how we want to guard a couple of guys on the floor.
Bryce Kopic makes a big bucket. I think you were up 4. He hit a pull-up to put you up 6, kind of changed the complexion of things. And then you've got some defensive stops. You matched their physicality in the paint, got some stops, secured rebounds, and those are the things that I said on the broadcast. During the conference season, you kind of become numb to how intense the games are.
Yeah.
early in the year you kind of need a reminder of how intense the games actually are.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, this is definitely an intense game today, and we had to fight for everything that we had, and just get a couple of stops. And I thought Luke, who was going to be on here in just a minute, I thought he did a really nice job in their point guard. And, even though he had a pretty good game, he still went 5 for 14 and only put him on the foul line once. He had 38 points on Wednesday night, and he shot 14 free throws. And so that's the big difference there. We said, if he's going to score a few points, just make sure he does it by making baskets.
Connor Milliken, he stabbed the ball loose on a play. And for a coach, you bring players in, you have an idea of what they can do.
Yep.
But then they get in front of you for a period of time. How rewarding is it for you as a coach to watch players kind of develop and grow up in the game right in front of you? Because it seems like in the last week, 10 days, the freshmen who are playing significant minutes for you, learning a lot and growing into it.
They are. They're learning a lot. There's no doubt. I thought Jake Hargans had one of his best practices last night. He was really good last night. The size gave him a little trouble today. He's still learning some of the sets that we run, and so he made a couple of mistakes with that. Not mistakes, but just things that he has to keep adjusting to. And, Connor, he's a tough kid, man. He's made a lot of shots in his life, and he knows what I love about him. He's tough defensively. He's a good passer, and he had a nice game tonight, Connor did.
I will let you go, Coach. Morningside on Tuesday. It'll be a stiff challenge, but as I said to Bill Harmson, I've kind of taken the attitude this year. I'm trying to, one, and just enjoy the competitions, but two, let's just see where we're at. I mean, let's see what these teams have and see what we can do against them.
We understand how good Morningside is, but we got a good team too, and so we'll just see what we can do. But they're the favorites in this league, and we'll see how it goes. What was your score of their game today?
They ended up blowing out Mount Marty. Final there was, if I'd known I was going to get quizzed, I would have studied harder. 100-71.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right, I'll bring Luke on here, but we're lucky to have Luke. He does a really nice job of being a leader on this team, and he's a tough defender too, and so we're lucky to have him.
That's Coach Brian Van Haften. Thanks for coming up, Coach. And we will get Luke Rankin, the headset on him, and then we will wrap things up as the junior guard comes over and has a seat beside me. And where have those 2 years gone, Luke? It seems like not that long ago you sat next to me. I think it was your freshman year. We were up at the Corn Palace, and you were telling me about how you ended up at Dordt. And here you are 2 years later, and on the downhill slide of it. Tough game today. Midland, physical team. What have you done in your time at Dordt to get stronger? I mean, you can't survive. You got to be really good or really quick to play at 130 pounds or 140 pounds. What have you done to get stronger over the course of your career?
Yeah, I think just coming into college, I had a lot of feedback from various coaches, and my dad was a coach, so they just kept telling me, you got to get stronger, you're not going to play at the next level, and I knew I wanted to play at the next level, so I think the last 2 years of my high school career I gained 20 to 30 pounds, and that really helped me going into college. It allowed me to play at a somewhat high level right away, and from there it's just kind of maintaining it. Our old assistant Luke Swedberg was really good about getting us on a plan and making sure that if we wanted to gain weight, if we needed to gain weight, we would, and I think it's all part of the job, and it's a sacrifice if you want your team to be good, and that's just a part of it. So,
you really look to push the ball, and has Coach Van Haften ever said slow it up, Luke, or is it does he trust your judgment?
Oh yeah, he trusts me 100%. A couple of games ago, he told me Nebraska Wesleyan here was not a good game for me, and he just told me, hey, you're just trying a little too hard, and I totally agreed with him. But in terms of pushing up the floor, he trusts me 100%. He allows me to do my thing, and definitely good with the bad, but hopefully it's more good than bad. So
today, Midland, what challenges did they present, and how were you able to offset them?
Yeah, well, they had a focal point on their team. Their point guard, number 0, he had, I think, almost 40 last game. Yeah. So we knew he was going to be a problem, but when you try to focus on one guy, everyone's good. So they had shooters that we had to also guard who got going a little bit, and then obviously they're big. Number 3 inside was really good. So they're just a well-oiled machine. I don't even think their second best, one of their best players, Jake Orr, didn't even play.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be a tough out in the conference.
You did not score in the first half. How do you decide to when to go for your own and when to set other people up? Is there a feel to it? Is it a philosophy? How do you decide that? And I don't want to make you brain lock or anything like that. And if it's just a feel, that's fine. But I'm curious how you decide when to go and when to set others up.
Yeah, we have a great problem on this team, and it's a bunch of guys can score the ball. So it's kind of you kind of take what the defense is giving you. There's some defenses that'll really let our guards go a little more downhill and let me do my thing that way. But we got so many guys that can shoot the ball that have been doing that their whole lives, and my goal is just try to make them better and get them the ball. And it's just like you said, it's kind of a feel thing.
Tuesday, you go to Morningside. Congratulations on the win today. A couple of conference wins, and I've gotten to the point in my life I don't take these for granted, Luke. They do not come easily, and congratulations. Nice start to the season. Let's see if we can keep it rolling on Tuesday night.
Thank you, Mike. How about the football team,
The football team, yeah.
That was awesome.
35-7.
That looked awesome. I didn't hear where are we going?
We're staying in the county.
Oh, yeah.
We're heading over to Orange City.
Second shot at them. There we go.
So we will see what happens. Don't have the start time yet on it, but it'll be next Saturday. So I don't know if you're sticking around for Thanksgiving or coming back or anything like that. But we'll get a ticket for you and get you into the game. How about that?
Yep. Thank you for everything you do, Mr.
All right.
Baker.
Thanks, Luke.
Yep.
That's Luke Rankin talking about today's game and also about, the football team getting a playoff win today as well, and a lot of the basketball players there taking it in and enjoying that great afternoon in November, and that's going to do it for our broadcast. So we wrap it up. Earlier today, football team victorious over Ottawa, 35-7. They advance on play Northwestern next Saturday in the round of 16. Basketball team, the women, an 88-48 win over the Midland Warriors, and the men come back with an 88-78 win. And the Dordt hockey team, lopsided win. I think I saw 14-1 the final there over against Marion. So the hockey team, I think they've won now 8 in a row at this point of the season. That's going to do it for our broadcast. It's been a big day. A thank you to the Dordt Media Network folk, many of them working since the early hours this morning and wrapping it up tonight. A heartfelt thanks to them for that. And also a thank you to Nathan Brook back at the KIHK studios, Sioux County Radio.